So I'm back. So got to talk about the Pistons coming back from down 3-1, which is crazy. I was at the game yesterday. It was definitely rocking for sure. So what I want to say is first, I want to give credit to Mr. Paulo, or I always get his name wrong. I actually thought his name was Pablo, like Pablo Escobar. You was calling him Pablo Escobar for a minute till I looked up how to spell his name. I'm like, oh dang, his name not Pablo. So shout out to him, former number one overall pick, really starting to show and live up to the hype. He really played the best that he could. He definitely then raised this stock. A lot of people who probably don't watch the Orlando Magic, because we know the Orlando Magic not one of the most popular teams that there is, especially when you got the Heat in Florida. So he really showed out and he really stepped up. He caught on fire a couple games, and then you could see his size that, like they said, he built strong. I think he got to be at least 6'7", if not 6'10". So, and he got a nice little shot, and he plays strong and hard. So I give him this credit. He was the one that really showed up. And Desmond Bain, shout out to Bain. Dude's still good. I remember him on the Grizzlies. He stepped up too. He's a great number two option. No, like everybody said that what's his name? Frank ended up getting injured, just so happened right when they took the 3-1 lead. So a lot of people feeling like if he didn't get injured, the Pistons probably would have lost this series because he is technically the second or third best player, and he was playing good during this series. So that is something to think about too. Kind of saving grace for the Orlando Magic. I know they just fired their coach, so which is messed up. I know everybody mad because it's a black man losing a job, but just like with Doc Rivers, if you don't get the job done, it is what it is. But he should get some leeway because he lost one of his best players. But I said that anytime you give up a 3-1 lead, you should be fired. Like the only person who's not gonna get fired is like Steve Kerr didn't get fired after they blew the 3-1 lead in the finals, but that's because he already had the championship the year before. So, but most times, like if you blow a 3-1 lead, that's the coach because they feel like at least one game you should have been able to make adjustments or do something to get the win. I know it's unfortunate because the coaches don't play. I always say coaches is always scapegoats. I always hate that. Like they don't get enough credit sometimes most of the time when they do win, but then they get all of the credit because it's like whenever a team doing bad, it's like the first thing they think of, oh, it's the coach fault. Like no, a lot of the time it's the players too, and or mostly the players. So that's an unfortunate situation. Um, but for the Pistons, so that's kind of the saving grace. If you're a Magic fan, and the Pistons have to think about is that one of their best players did go down. But for the Pistons, you still like winning 3 games in a row is winning 3 games in a row. Like that's not easy to do, especially the one game where they was down 20, I think, yeah, in Orlando. So it's like there really ain't no excuse for that. Like you up 20 at home in the closeout, and then they ended up coming back and I think winning by like 10. So then going for like what was I think they ended up missing like 20 shots straight. Like stuff like this be making it seem fake, like it's madness in the rim, like they be saying, because it's like I still don't understand how the hell you miss 20 shots straight. Just like remember years ago, the Houston Rockets, I think James Harden was on that team and they missed like 27 straight threes. Like, how do that stuff? I know momentum exists, but 20, like think about how many shots, 20 to 27, and y'all professional, you would think somebody would at least hit one just on accident. Like it's crazy to miss over 20 shots in a row from, and these are different professional players too. I can see maybe one person just going on a cold streak, but this is multiple players. Like, momentum is crazy if the NBA not rigged and it ain't magnets in the rim. But or like a button that can the magnet activate and don't activate or whatever. But so yeah, got to give the Pistons a lot of credit. I was doubting Cade because the last game that they had lost, Cade came up a little bit short. Like he had missed some key free throws, and then he had like a floater, and it was a close game, and he missed like a bunny, like a little close floater. So I was like, like he kind of let everybody down with that game. But over the past, just the last three games, he been balling. And I give him credit, dude. Even though he, like you said, he a pass first player, he knows when to turn it on and when to turn it off. And that's always a hard balance that most players, even LeBron, haven't been able to do. Like know when to attack and when to pass, like that balance. And he has that. That's probably his best trait is that he knows and he has that balance to where he knows when he needs to score 30, when he needs to give 10 assists, and then like the last game, I think he had 30 and 10. So he good at scoring and getting his teammates involved. And he a decent rebounder, even though he messed up my parlay crazy. The only thing that ruined yesterday is that literally, I had like an 18-leg parlay, but the Raptors ended up messing that up because they ended up losing by I think it was like +8. And I thought the Raptors, even if they lost, was gonna keep it close, but I think they lost by like over. It was like over 10. So that was the only two things that was wrong on my 18-leg parlay. But because I had K getting 4 rebounds because he usually, I think he averaged like with 5, 6 rebounds a game. And then throughout the series, he had been getting at least five to 6 rebounds. So, and I think he only had two last night or when the game was. So that kind of messed me up. But, K living up, both of them, like they said, because they was number one pick in back-to-back draft. Both of them showed like why they was the number one pick. Magic fans to be happy, just like the Pistons fans should be happy. They made a good pick. They not bust. Like at this point, we could say that neither one of them are a bust at this point. So yeah, and then Kate was in the MVP discussion this year. I don't think they announced the MVP yet either. So, but I doubt that he win. But so yeah, like shout out to Kate, and then the Pistons' main problem could now be going forward is that the Pistons played, and this is crazy. The Pistons play off of energy more than any other team I've seen besides the old, 2000s Pistons because it's crazy, like just being in Detroit, for whatever reason, every Detroit team, well, I don't know if the Tigers do because I'm not a big baseball fan, but we know the Lions and the Pistons always adapt the Detroit mentality. Every Lions team is known for being tough nosed, hard nosed. Every Pistons team is known for being hard nosed, defense, and gritty. Like that's just our identity. And it's crazy, like we can't get another team. Like it's like the Pistons will never have like well they would have if they would have drafted Carmelo. Like like the superstar, even though they kind of do got that with Cade, but like you would never see the Pistons having like a finesse type of team. I guess that's the only way to put it. It's always gonna be defense, grinded out, hard nosed. Like they really like the teams really adapt to the city, which is crazy. And I don't know if any other team is like that. Maybe somebody can tell me, but so yeah, so they really thrive off of energy, and that's why they was able to come back from three because when the momentum is going, they playing at their best. And once they didn't got the momentum, they flowing because like you seen the problem when they were down three, like everybody say they have a lack of scoring. Cade is only the really only one who could create their shot. Duncan is the only person that can shoot. Like we need, well, Pistons need more shooters. So could we know the Thompson brother getting into them. 'Cause I know it's a big thing about Ahmed Thomas on the Rockets, but the Thompson brother, he don't even be looking to score at all. He remind me of Rondo, how Rondo used to be like Ian Draymond, like he really like Draymond and Rondo, like to where when he get the ball, he's not even looking to score. Like I literally see him get the ball and he's looking to pass. And I'm like, you ain't even gonna try to cross or make a move or do nothing. So it's like he literally just strictly defense. Now I think he did lead the league in steals, so he's a great defender. He probably might be probably is going to be all NBA first team. So he's one of them type of players that a lockdown defender, but challenged offensively like a Draymond. But he need to get his shot down because usually if you're going to be great on defense, we need you to be a 3 and D guy. So he needs to start taking his shot and kind of get better at shooting. And then we know Jalen Durham, he the one that came up the smallest No, he averaged 20 during the regular season, was a 20 and 10 guy, and he was averaging like 10 points this series and like 8 rebounds. So he really took the furthest step back. And a lot of people saying because he played bully ball, which he do, and it was hard for him to bully the Magic because they got them big boys down there. So he the one that kind of really struggled, but what he is like, he's always gonna be a what's the perfect example? Think somebody compared them to Dwight Howard, yeah, like kind of like a Dwight Howard, like somebody who gets you 20 and 10, like not skilled offensively, can't shoot, he don't have no real bag, but he get putbacks. Like yeah, kind of like a light Dwight Howard, because we not gonna say he not, he not Dwight as good as Dwight Howard, but like Dwight Howard, he a physical freak built like Dwight, and that's gonna be his thing, getting putbacks, getting double digit rebounds. That's what he really have to thrive at. So he that type her, and then like I said, Duncan really the only shooter. So the Pistons definitely lacking offense. They definitely need to pick up a shooter. Definitely really need like another scorer. Like I see where the Pistons is lacking at and where they good at. So going forward, they go against the Cavs. Now, can they beat the Cavs? Definitely, because the Raptors took them to 7. So the Pistons can definitely win. The Pistons, the biggest challenge is that the Cavs got them big boys down there too with Mobley and Allen. So Durham, you about to be in for a ride. And then we're gonna see it's gonna be basically Cade versus Donovan Mitchell. And Cade been playing better than Donovan Mitchell. It's crazy. People only call you when you recording a video or you doing something. It's crazy. But them going against the Cavs. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Oh, I said Cade has been playing better than Donovan Mitchell. 'Cause I was looking at Donovan Mitchell's stats, and he was barely scoring 20 a lot of them games against the Raptors. And really was coming up small. That's part of the reason why I went to 7. So I could see Cade outplaying the Cavs. The Pistons, of course, got um home court advantage. I can see the defense locking them up. Like this, like the prediction I'm seeing, I could see this going to 7. Actually, I could see this being another 7 game series for real when I look at it. So it's gonna be a close, good series. The Pistons should win. Like y'all got home court. Y'all are the number 1 seed. The Cavs is kind of vulnerable. Like I said, the Raptors just took them to 7, but then the Magic did just take the Pistons to 7. That's why I said it's gonna be a good series. But the Pistons need to pull it out. The key is, like I said, gonna be because you just seen what's his name. Allen just had, what was it, 19 rebounds in the closeout game. And then like I said, Evan Mobley be balling. That's the dangerous part for the Pistons, is that Durham, you gonna have your work cut out. Like it's gonna come down to the boards for real. Who get the rebounds and stuff like that. It's gonna be challenging because, like I said, I can see K out playing Donovan Mitchell. I can see Thompson locking up. Oh, they have to keep forgetting they got James Harden. James Harden for the first time didn't shrink in the game 7, even though he didn't play spectacularly well. But we know that's the whole thing about James Harden that's beginning to these playoffs. When this playoff, James Harden gonna come and he end up choking because they obviously need him. And I think that's might be why Donovan Mitchell be kind of struggling. I know it's hard with him, and because he used to be in like the complete face where we know James Harden is ball dominant also. But I could see the gift. I could see Amir Thomason locking up James Harden though. Or they might put him on Donovan Mitchell, but I could see him playing good D, and then Cade we know play good D. But I would put Cade on Donovan Mitchell, then I'll let Amir Thompson lock up James Harden. So that's why I said that's the Pistons' advantage, I think, in the backcourt. But the front court, I think the Cavs got the edge. So that's why it's gonna be an interesting series. I do got it Pistons at 7 because they're gonna be at home again. It's gonna be rocking again. So this why home court matters. So I'm going with Pistons at 7. And yeah, that's how we just talking about the Pistons right now. So I'm out. I'll be back to talk about what the result of the Cavs Pistons series is, or if somebody go up 3-0 or 3-1 again, and I'm out.